Olly Kershaw, left back.
Right, first question. Being a full-time student, as I stated, part-time employee at One Stop, and a player of Petersfield and Wishy, how do you balance your time and how do you find ways to stay committed to all of them?
I struggle. I think the full-time student bit comes first at the moment, because obviously I need to get my degree. And probably part-time One Stop comes a bit last. So there's been a few calling sicks just to get other things. Petersfield's a different one because of the travelling, but I get there when I can, obviously, and Wishy's easy because obviously it's here.
You're currently studying PESC.
Yeah.
What do you want to achieve out of the course?
So I've got this year and another year left of the PESC degree, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get on the PGCE here at Chichester, which is basically a teacher training thing. So I want to go into primary school teaching, but obviously I'll specialise in PE, but teach all subjects across the board. So I've done a few placements, which is good. I've got another placement in January next year.
What are your favourite parts of going to Tri-Uni?
I think the social side of it, obviously being with football, there's a massive social side of it in there, which is probably my favourite part, I would say. And I'd say because it's quite a small campus, you sort of know everyone. I don't think I could deal with a big campus really, but that's me.
Very communal vibe I get from this uni.
Yeah.
And what's the most difficult part of uni?
The work this year, 1,000,000%. Last year I found it alright. I thought I was going to smash uni, and then this year it's sort of hit home a bit that you probably got to do a bit more. But getting through so far, but definitely the work.
It's a major step up, isn't it?
Yeah, massive.
You mentioned football quite a lot there. Personally, I think you're one of the better players of the twos.
Thank you.
And what does it feel like having such a big role, being a leader as a second year? You're a leader. You're one of their star players. What does it feel like?
It's good. I'd like to think I had a leader role, I guess, especially obviously being a second year now. It's good. Obviously, it's your opinion of a star player or one of them, which I really appreciate. But no, it's nice. Like I say, I think the team's good this year. The freshers that come in, the boys that come in are good. So, nice of you to say that, but good side this year, I think.
Yeah, speaking about the freshers, how have you included them and been role models for them?
Well, obviously at first you kind of got to get to know them and find out a bit about them, and obviously tell them about you. Introduce them to uni, because I think it's completely different from college or gap years and school. And then once they obviously get settled in, I think they'll start joining with the banter with the boys, and I think they settle. It's more them settling themselves in than us bringing them in, really.
I mean, I think the social side of it always helps.
It does.
How is the gaffer or your manager?
Yeah.
Create an environment that they can feel settled in, and what's it like bonding with your team?
So I think we've done it quite well this year. Obviously at the start of the year, I think every fresher's the same. You're a bit sceptical of everyone and everything. So as soon as you get rid of them barriers and find out, you're going to be doing weird stuff. You're going to have fun. You're going to know everyone inside out. Once you're past that stage, you accept it and you start having fun. But no, it's a good bond this year, I think. Obviously we try to go out as much as we can as a team, whether it be meals or an activity or something. And the group chat's always a good laugh, so that probably keeps us as well.
During the Pompey game, there was two players that confronted each other, maybe had a disagreement about the goal. That led everyone to think, what's the bond like in your team? How strong are you together?
I think you've got to remember that's on the pitch. So I think there's two different bonds. You have one on the pitch where your teammates, and when you're off the pitch, your mates, and it's forgotten. So I would say they're two different bonds completely. When you're on the pitch, obviously you want to do well, and I think the heat of the moment gets to some players, and I think that just shows that your passion for the team, that you want to win. I don't think it shows a lack of bond, lack of friendship. And if you, for that example, if you take that into example, them two boys are still best mates off the pitch. They came off and now they're fine. So I think it's just passion, wanting to win rather than that. Heat of the moment, yeah.
Definitely heat of the moment. Speaking about the Pompey game, you didn't start, which I personally think was the wrong decision. Talk to me about the frustration of not playing.
Extremely frustrated. Obviously, the 2 weeks before that, we had 2 games. Obviously, both the Wednesdays and the 2 Monday training sessions. I was away in Mexico on holiday, so I kind of had a feeling I wasn't going to start. Although in the back of my head, I was sort of thinking, because it's pumping a big game, maybe I'll get a bit lucky and start, and then he'll drop me the next week out of principle. But I didn't start. That's obviously his decision. Completely respect it. And the guy that came in, all the guys done well. Obviously frustrated, but it's kind of, you got to set an example. If you can't train or you're not there for the weeks before, I don't think you can start. So I agree with that. That sense, yeah.
I think you handled it well. Not coming on, you were very mature on the sideline. Didn't show any animosity on the people that came on, even though you might have felt that you did deserve it. Especially being a second year player. But did you question your ability at any point?
No. I think because I was away, I think in my head I was just blaming it on that. Probably putting it to one side for a minute. And obviously I think I just said to myself, wait till next week and the week after and see what happens. I wouldn't question my ability. That's not me trying to pick myself up, but I just wouldn't, because I don't think that's right to do.
You have a rematch against Pompey this week. I just want to set a scene.
Go on.
It's Wednesday,
Okay.
2 p.m. You have a rematch. Biggest rivals on the calendar. You've lost to them the first round.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing them again, away from home. What are the emotions you are feeling in the tunnel?
Excited, nervous. I'd like to think more excited than nerves. I think if you're going away from home, the pressure's all on them to come take the game to you. I think at home you always have a responsibility to take the game to them, sort of thing. So if you're away, I think you've got to enjoy it. You don't get to play them often. And if one of us go up, or if we win the league, or if they win the league this year, we won't get them next year. So it could be you don't know when your last game is against them. Obviously, it's a game you look forward to, obviously. But I'd say excited mixed with nerves. But you've got to enjoy it. So
going on those emotions, what is the song, the go-to song to get you in that mood, to hype yourself up, pump yourself up, and just go out there and unleash?
My go-to song is a bit of a weird one. It's Flowers. I'll bring you flowers in the pouring rain. Don't ask why, but it's an unbelievable song. And I always play it before football. When I get the chance, play it before football. But,
what feeling does it give you?
It reminds me of football. I think when I played a couple of years ago for Petersfield, we played it before or after a cup final. No, after our cup final, we won against Stoneham, I think it was. We played it after that, so it kind of brings me back to that. So I guess it kind of gets me excited for it, I guess.
Fantastic story, Olly. Thanks for that. How are you going to ensure that you don't get swept by Pompey, our biggest rivals?
I don't think we'll get swept. I think we're too good of a side. I think even if they caught us on a bad day, which fingers crossed doesn't happen, I don't think they'll sweep us as such, because I think we're too good of a side for that. But you've just got to be on it. You've got to be up for it. Everyone's got to be up for it, because if one person's not, that's where it kind of lets the side down. But like I said, we'll all be up for it 100%, and then you just got to play the way we know we can, really. Going away to them, they've got quite a nice pitch, as I remember from last year. So hopefully we'll be able to play a bit of football in there, which we know they can do as well. But we stop that and we play our football. I think we'll be fine.
What tactics are you going to do to counter them? What are you going to change about the first game?
I don't think we were too bad in the first game. I think maybe it got to a couple of players. We were missing a few players anyway in the first game, and a couple of freshers came in that maybe didn't realise the height of the game and maybe weren't up to it physically. But that's natural. They know what to expect this time round. I think we've got our best 11 now, ready for next time we play them. To counter them, they're quite a passing side. They like to play out from the back, so I think pressing as a unit will be massive. Been working on it in training. Just all got to press together. Stop them from playing, and just let us play like we know we can. I'm sure we'll be fine.
Yeah, I watched the first game. I thought you were a very good team, and like I said, with you back in the squad, I hope you can win it. Who have you moulded your game around?
Like similar to that, I don't think I'm moulding my game around one specific player. Probably take bits and bobs from each.
What traits do you take from each?
I think the standard one's probably Ashley Cole. I don't think you would ever see a clip of him getting beat down the touchline. If you show someone down the touchline, I can't see him getting beat. And I think if you ask I think there was an interview with Ronaldo when he was at United. And he was speaking about his toughest opponents, and I think Ashley Cole was one of his, and he had a standout game, that Champions League game, where he couldn't get past him. So I'd probably say that's my main one. I don't think Ashley Cole's ever been beat one-on-one, so I'd like to think I'll try to be like that. Benjamin Mendy for City, obviously attacking wise more than defensive wise. I think his crossing is ridiculous. So I guess I'll try to base my game around that, but not quite that level yet.
Yeah, so you said 2 left backs there.
Mm-hmm.
You clearly play left back.
Yep.
How do you think the position's changed for a left back? Much more attacking nowadays than back
Yeah.
then?
I think you've got to be more of an athlete. I think it's underrated how much work goes into it. And obviously being left back, you've got to, like I say, be good defensively, so you get beaten one-on-one. But nowadays you've got to go forward and offer something in the attacking side.
So moving on to Petersfield.
Yep.
I just want a little story, and the viewers I'm sure want a little story of how you got into football and how you got scouted by Petersfield.
I got into football when I was very... Granddad took me every Saturday morning to my local team and came and watched me there. So I think without him I probably wouldn't have got into it. I probably would have stayed rugby, which I wasn't very good at anyway. So luckily he took me on Saturdays. So Granddad probably.
So you mentioned your granddad. Does he still come and show support when you play football or play for Petersfield?
Unfortunately not anymore. Unfortunately he passed away when I was 15, 14 I think.
Sorry to hear about that.
No, it's alright. Obviously I'd love him to. He watched me up until then. Obviously he watched me because he took me when I was 5, 6. He watched me up until then. Unfortunately he got ill. So he stopped for the last year before he went. But I'd like to think I'm doing him alright. So unfortunately not anymore, no.
I'm sure you're doing very proud. Does it feel different without him at the pitch watching?
Yeah, it does. Because obviously he probably came to every game. I think he's only missed one, 2 in my whole life. Up until obviously he went. But now my dad comes to watch. We've both me and my grand sort of converted him into football now, so he's sort of into it. So I'm not completely in mine. He comes to watch instead. So it's quite nice. Probably brought us a bit closer, I think.
Just as long as you have family there of some sort, then you're sure you can get the job done. Like you said, you currently play for Petersfield. I think it's fair to say you've had a tough 3 years with back-to-back relegations.
Mm-hmm.
How do you get back to the old Petersfield form?
I think we're getting there slowly. If you look at the first one, so it happened when our manager left the day before the season started. All the money went with him. All the players who were obviously on big money then because he was in the high league went with him, followed him. Sort of left the club in a bit of bother really. So I think that season was a write-off because all our players left because obviously they just followed the money. Second season we tried to rebuild, but there was still no money there. You can't just get money back in a year. So you struggle to bring in players. And you look at them 2 seasons, we really did get battered. You look at us this season, I think after last season we've got rid of everyone that don't want to be there. We sort of rebuilt, got a bit of money back in, not loads, but enough. Got players that actually want to play. Good team bond, and I think we're probably on the way up now rather than on the way down, which is nice to see.
So would you put your relegations down to lack of funding and players just leaving you?
Yeah, players following the money, which unfortunately is a big part of the game now, even at grassroots level or whatever. If you go all the way up, money's a massive factor. So yeah, I'd probably put it on that mainly.
How hard is it to adjust to a new league and to play new teams?
I think because you've gone down rather than gone up, it's not a massive difference. I think when you go up, you'll realise a massive jump in level or come against players. But luckily for the last 2 seasons, I've been playing for the first year in Petersfield, so I've come across some pretty good players, even if we have got battered by them. So I've got used to them. So I don't find it difficult ability wise. Probably a bit more physical this year, but I don't think it's a massive difference really.
This year, less technical, more physical.
I'd say so. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Yeah.
Currently, the team sit 12th in the league, despite some excellent performances by yourself. How do you bounce back and go for the next half of the season?
I think at the start of the year we set our aims. Probably like to be a bit higher than we are now, but I think we had a tough run of games. Bit of bad luck with injuries. I think at the start of the year we said we'll keep in contention with that like top 6, top 7. Which, if you look at it, we're only 4 or 5 points off. So a couple of wins and they drop in, and we'll be fine. Stick it out till Christmas and then give it a good go at the second half of the season.
And that wraps up the interview. Thank you very much, Oliver Kershaw.
Thank you.
I hope you have a good season for Wishy and for Petersfield.
Thank you.